2019. Although this week was a short one, I feel like 3 weeks have been crammed into this 1 week. We have had so much going on in this organization. It's a lot of fun, a lot of energy, a lot of passion, but a lot of work. And I'm looking forward to this weekend. I know it was a short week, but I'm still looking forward to this weekend. I've always lived my life as someone who appreciated today, appreciated the present, but I've also been a person that's a visionary, a person that can cast a vision and look to the future. And I love, looking and seeing what is possible. And I believe all things is possible through Christ. But no matter how much I believe in myself and believe in, the idea that God placed me here at this wonderful organization, there are days when I question my calling. Are you like that? Have you ever experienced anything like that where you just know that you were called to do something, and all of a sudden you're there, you're in the midst of it, and some voice in your head causes you to question your calling? Well, today I want to share with you what I do when those voices start to cause me to question whether or not I'm doing what God has called me to do. And I'm going to read them specifically, some scriptures, because as you know, whenever I have a question about certain things in my life, I tend to go to the Word. I want to hear what God has to say about it. And you're going to see how this ties to something that was introduced to you all when I first came to this organization almost 2.5 years ago. When you read my bio and you see Proverbs 31. But there's 2 other scriptures that the Lord gave me as I was thinking about our calling. And let's go to those scriptures today. One of the scriptures is in Micah 6:8. And the scripture reads, "He has shown you, O mortal, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you? To act justly and to love mercy and to walk humbly before your God." And Isaiah is the second scripture, Isaiah 1:17. And it reads, "Learn to do right, seek justice, defend the oppressed, take up the cause of the fatherless, plead the case of the widow." And what we do at LSSSC is a calling. Every single role, every position, every act should be looked at as us representing Jesus. Our calling is a gift God has given us, and I believe it's something He's given us from birth. I believe when we express the gifts that God has given us for another person's sake, we often experience the joy of being fully alive. Calling is something I mentioned that I believe we're born to do, and passion is the path or the skill we hold that supports us as we pursue that calling. So what I want to do is encourage you today to pursue and exercise the calling that God has placed on your life. That's what we want you to do here at Lutheran Social Services Southern California. We want you to embrace it and to exercise it. And don't feel like you have to pull back. Sometimes, we get kind of overwhelmed and we start to question, as I mentioned before, whether or not we're truly called to do something. But I believe God's Word tells us that we are. And because of what we do here at LSSSC, we, according to the scripture, we're supposed to be defending those that can't defend themselves. We're supposed to be feeding those that are food insecure and housing those that are housing insecure. And we're supposed to be taking care of those that can't take care of themselves. God's called us to do those things. For people of faith, the question of calling can be frustrating, it can be confusing, but it also can be really joyful, because when we figure it out, we're on fire. Although, again, we can face some hurdles, questioning whether or not we're doing what we're supposed to do. But I do believe that as long as we embrace, equip, and empower the most vulnerable in Southern California, we're doing God's work. And I want to close out this Friday, again, with a scripture that I said that you can go to our website, read my bio, and you'll see that I said this over 2.5 years ago, and that is in Proverbs 31, 8 through 9. And that scripture says, speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves, for the rights of all who are destitute. Speak up and judge fairly. Defend the rights of the poor and needy. I believe that's my calling. I hope you know yours. And I pray that you are embracing it. God bless you. Thank you for being such an intricate part of Lutheran Social Services Southern California, where you can live out God's call on your life. Blessings.